I mentioned a little while ago that we were about to deploy a sort of backwards back to Eden method around our box gardens. Well, we're doing that today. We've been saving newspaper, actually had been saving them for quite some time to do the back to Eden garden that I screwed up and didn't do right, didn't use a newspaper like we were supposed to. So what we're going to do, spread these newspapers out to cover the ground around and in between the box gardens. And we have been having some recent success with the tree trimming companies bringing us loads of mulch. They're out in several huge piles out by the road. I'll show you that in a little bit as we document this process. We're going to spread the newspaper out, and then we're going to bring in loads of mulch and cover the ground all around and in between the boxes. And that's going to accomplish a couple of things. Number one, it's going to prevent grass growing between the boxes in the garden. It will provide ground. We can walk on the mulch in the garden even after rains because it'll prevent mud and so forth. But also, in the course of the next year, soil will be building underneath the mulch. And so, you know, what we may do is move the boxes next year, or at least have access to some fertile soil full of organic matter to dig down and replace or add to the soil that's in the boxes. So here's step one. We've scattered newspaper. Now we have to go in there and lay it all out and cover the ground. So I'll be back when that stage is ready to show you. Making progress on covering with the paper. It's a nice windless day, but there are little breezes that pop up and cause the newspaper to move. So what we're doing is covering a section, and I've got the water hose nearby, and we're kind of sprinkling the newspaper with water just sort of as a paperweight to hold it in place. So gotten some of the bigger areas done. Still got quite a ways to go. Lots of newspaper to be laid, and better get back at it. Well, darkness caught us last night, so we had a little time lapse in the video here. It's the next morning, and although we didn't get because dark was catching us, we weren't able to get the mulch as deep as we wanted. I wanted several inches thick everywhere around the boxes, but we were able to cover all the newspaper with at least an initial layer of mulch. Well, except these little edges right here that were left out. But it's already looking better, don't you think? Forgot to mention that as one benefit of using the mulch is that it improves the look. I think it looks great. But we will continue to add more mulch until we have several inches. I'd love to get 8 to 10 inches, but I doubt we will because we don't want it to come up over the edge of the boxes. But I'd like to get 4 to 6 at least. So there's progress.